Interact Ssas is an international portal application that handles all key activities of social security organizations with a focus on employer and employee registration, reporting of employee salaries and contributions, payment of contributions, benefit and pension claims processing, payment of benefits and pensions, as well as compliance and reporting. It is developed as a pure web-based application using 100% open-source development tools for maximum platform independence, maximum performance, and maximum scalability. The software can be implemented on the cloud or on-premise. Interact Ssas consists of one single codebase and is designed as a modular enterprise solution to cover the various needs of social security organizations. It functions as a single online portal with powerful self-service capabilities for all users, whereby employers, employees, beneficiaries, pensioners, as well as medical professionals and all other stakeholders can access their data online and submit requests or initiate transactions with the click of a button. All modules are seamlessly integrated so that no data needs to be entered more than once, thereby saving the administration significant time and eliminating data entry mistakes. Let's take a look at some of the functionality in this product so you can see the true power of an integrated social security administration system. Since everything is available in one system, it is easy to find individual records and employer records. Here is an example of an employee record, which gives you general demographic details, but also dependents, spouses, addresses, employment history, contributions made, benefit applications, accrued credits, medical history, and more. The same level of detail is available for employers, where the system will give you in one screen all general details, employer ID applications, list of employees, contribution or tax filings, contribution or tax payment history, bank account details, penalty history, liabilities, and other notices. Because Interact Ssas is a policy-driven and highly configurable application, you first create a foundation in the system. Using this, you then define the various policies which govern the operation of the different social security schemes in effect in a given country. Everything starts with the general setup. That's where we define the most basic foundation elements, i.e., the basics about the social security organization itself, the format of various key identifying numbers like social security numbers, employer identification numbers, and more. You can then set up the different application forms which will be used to allow beneficiaries and pensioners to apply for the various benefits and pensions for which they may qualify, and set up associated workflow and supporting document requirements. You have the option to set up different types of credit units which contributors earn as they pay their contributions. You can also configure different inter-country unions, in case there are reciprocity rules in effect between different countries. The system also allows you to define other foundation elements like financial rules, including the banks and bank accounts you'll be using, GL accounts and the chart of account structure, fiscal years and periods, payment types as well as badges and ID card formats and content. Once this is done, you can proceed with defining other policies which sit on top of this foundation. The unique design of Interact Ssas ensures that basically every single rule that affects how contributions are calculated and paid can be carefully set up in the system. The same applies to configuring how pensions and other benefits are calculated, how they can be claimed and then paid, and how compliance is enforced. The system relies on many configurable or user-defined rate tables. For example, to calculate benefit entitlements or to determine the correct tax or contribution rate. Since each country will have its own legislation, it is important that these elements can be configured as required and can be expanded when needed. Once the parameters which affect a certain benefit class have been defined, the user can then go and set these particular parameters with the correct values in relation to a specific benefit type within that class of benefits. If we look at a benefit definition, you can see that all elements are part of the configuration, so that when there is a new benefit or a change in an existing benefit, this can be achieved in the system without the need for source code changes to the software itself. Interact Ssas uses various configurable calendars to manage the frequency of regular processing of transactions. For employers, there is a contribution filing or tax return calendar to define when Social Security contributions need to be reported. And for pensions and other benefits, there is a benefit payment calendar to define when the Social Security Office should pay which benefits to the beneficiaries. All these settings are parameter-driven and can be changed if regulations change. Other examples are the underlying elements required for compliance, including the demarcation of collection areas, as well as identifying the collection officers or inspectors. These inspectors will be able to instantly access all relevant information on employers in the system within their area of responsibility, including their contribution payment history, as well as details on any unpaid or late dues. Using the configuration parameters under Policies, you will define for each module the particular business rules and processes that apply in your case, and you can make any changes required when there is a change in rules. Let's now look at how the process will work for the users and stakeholders in this system. Before anyone can access the online portal, they will need to register and request access the first time. These registration forms are of course specific to the local environment and can be different for individuals, employers, or hospitals and banks, as each will have a different role to play in the system. Once the registrations are approved, employers and individuals can log in and work with their accounts to manage their data. Everyone has their own personal workspace to manage their needs. Those individuals who do not yet have a Social Security number can fill in their country-specific Social Security number application form, or they can check their contribution history, update their address information, or apply for specific benefits by submitting an online claim form. Employers can also access their side of the portal, and those who still require an employer identification number can submit their application online. This is when the workflow engine of Interact Ssas kicks in, because once the forms have been submitted with all required data and the necessary documents are attached, then these forms will be routed automatically to the appropriate user in the Social Security Administration to review the application and approve it. Employers can do the periodic reporting of salaries and then pay the resulting contributions online. They can start with an empty sheet or use the previous period as a basis. Once the employer submits the salary and contribution remittance report, the Social Security Administration users will be able to review it instantly, and if all is fine, based on the workflow configured, the salary and contribution report will be approved. When the employer pays the corresponding contributions and the payment is received and approved, both the employer's and the employee's accounts will be updated with salary and contribution payment history. With all accounts up to date at all time, it will be much easier and faster for individuals to claim their various benefits online also. Some claims may require additional input from a medical professional, especially in the case of work injuries leading to disability or invalidity, sickness benefit claims, or maternity claims. The medical professionals can submit their medical assessment online, thereby ensuring faster processing and also confidential treatment of the data, which should not pass through many hands before a claim can be processed and paid. All approved claims and all recurring benefit and pension payments can be processed in the same system and issued as checks or direct deposits to the appropriate bank accounts. The powerful and configurable Benefit and Pension Payroll engine will allow your users to run payment batches at any time and for any group, with the ability to do simulations or trial runs for every process that has a financial impact. All parties involved will be notified instantly when a payment has been released. Compliance features will ensure that suspect transactions will stand out. Audit reports will allow the users to monitor the data, while inspectors can get all the information they need from the system. In addition, your legal department will be able to track the status of legal cases that are ongoing for unpaid contributions. After every pay cycle, the system will produce the required GL entries that go to your general ledger, which can be posted directly or imported based on your needs. Powerful reporting will allow you to carefully manage the large volumes of data, while web services allow other systems either within the Social Security Administration or outside at local or national government levels to exchange critical information in a secure and instantaneous way, so that the entire country can benefit from the streamlined processes at your Social Security Administration.